Hello, I'm Lola, and welcome back to this next part of Enderal. Yes, so last we left off, we were going to speak to Mal de Loren. I am back now from being away for about a week, I think, or just under a week, about 6 days. So yes, let us carry on with what we were doing. We also need to speak to Dijam. She said she'd be in a tavern, didn't she? So we'll speak to her too. Guessing it might be the tavern at... In fact, if it's night time, I might go to the tavern now. Or do I go... No, I'll speak to Mal de Loren first, I guess. What's in here? Have I been in here before? Oh, the theatre requires a key.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
You're the companion of that mercenary, aren't you? Dalvera.
I am apparently the companion of Dalvaric. Okay. I thought Jesper was my companion, but fair enough. Or did he mean Dal Loren? I think they said Dalvaric. I didn't see the subtitles well enough, actually. Where is this place again? Oh yeah, in the market. Oh, it is still daytime. 6:27, so getting late, but still technically daytime, according to the shops being open and everything.
You're not from here, are you?
Nope, I'm not from here.
Mm-hmm.
Which room? Were you upstairs again? Yes, you were. I'm back. Hello.
Yes?
I delivered your message to the emissary at Dijam. She has accepted your invitation.
She? Oh, wonderful. That changes a lot.
Does it? Why is that? Do you not like doing business with women? A bit odd.
Not if they understand the meaning of responsibility and discipline. And
Well, that's
unfortunately,
sexist, isn't
that's
it?
not the norm.
What now?
Now you'll get your pay. Go talk to Penny Pouches. I will contact you if your services are needed once again, which will most likely be very soon.
I see. Farewell, then.
Farewell. There's one more thing. This Dijam. What's your take on her?
Capable, I suppose, and sociable. I haven't made my mind up yet. I'd be cautious. No, I wouldn't be cautious. I'd put capable and sociable.
Most Kalayans are.
Oh, well, he dislikes
as long as
that.
it serves their ends. Now go. You'll hear from me.
Receive your wage from Mendelis Penny Pouches during the day. Technically is still the day, but I think I will go to the tavern and do that in the morning.
Just
Right.
Evening.
Foreign Quarter the tavern's in, isn't it? If it's the one I'm thinking of. Up here? Is this it? Might be. Oh, hello, Milbert.
You. Do you need something? I need some time for myself.
Yes, you should go into the whisper and see what
Okay.
Take a seat. I'll wait for you.
I don't know if that was a figure of speech. I think it was. I am sat next to you and nothing's happening.
In my bed. Sorry.
She doesn't seem to be here, or was I imagining that we were meant to be meeting
Okay,
to talk?
just
Oh,
give
hi,
me a
Jesper.
hand, huh?
Keep your chin up.
Shall I take a seat and have a chat with you? Hello. What's your story behind that scar of yours?
The scar. Well, let's put it this way. If you one day end up in a Tal Galean tavern and two 6-foot-tall Arazalian women invite you into their room, You should either damn well know who they are or make a run for it.
Fair enough. Targul?
Never heard of it? It's the capital of Araziel. At least if you ask the civilized people.
Let me guess, you did neither.
Hands
Knowledge
up.
gained from
Guilty.
that.
Some rich snob had hired me back then to bring him a totem from one of the camps of the Free People. That is, the Arazelians who worship their ancestors' gods, instead of the Lightborn, and live as nomads. No idea how much you know about Araziel, but the Free People have been in conflict with the civilized people, who do worship the Lightborn, for centuries now. Assassinations, blood feuds, and so on. The usual if two sides both believe they know it all better. Anyway, obviously this job of mine originated from that feud. The totem belonged to a free tribe, and the snob wanted it in order to publicly defile it. So I got it for him.
What? And you didn't feel remorse?
Oh, why, of course. I still cried myself to sleep
I sense
months
sarcasm.
after that. Seriously, why should I? Both the free and civilized are so eager to bash each other's heads in. It's not like one defiled totem, more or less, would have made any difference.
And I guess those two Azarelian women were of the Free People?
Correct. And I was a little drunk and a little lonely, if you get what I mean.
Fair
Have you ever
enough.
seen
Again.
a pure-blooded Arazelian woman in her 20s? It's really hard to say no to that.
Again.
In
Not
any
blaming
case,
you.
As you already noticed, the whole thing went down differently than expected. My face made acquaintances with a table leg and 4 absolutely untender women's feet and hands. And of course, the totem was gone, together with all my clothing and money. I guess I had that coming somehow. That's what happens if you ask your loins rather than your head in the wrong situations.
Good advice. They took your clothing?
Yeah.
Mind if I think this is funny? Well, hard luck, I guess. Getting drunk on a mission, not very professional if you ask me. Now it's funny.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, he likes
such
that.
a cold world this is. I present you my deepest scars, you thank me with naught but mockery. Be damned, O impish creature. But anyway, how does the saying go? A truly beautiful face can never be tarnished.
Oh, I can flirt with him again. Good to see it hasn't cost you your modesty, if you say so. Nothing more attractive than a modest man.
And that's why you enjoy working with me.
You got around quite a bit before you came back here, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Why do you ask?
What made you come back to Enderal? What's it like to live as a travelling mercenary? I figure it must have been quite hard. Which countries have you been to? Yeah.
Now, aren't you inquisitive? Let me think. I spent most of my time abroad in Kira, and also a couple of years on the Isles of Kile. And there was this mission that led me to Maiar Aranath once.
Tell me about Kira. Isn't that I'm half Kiranian?
What am I, a traveling tome? I'm afraid I'm not a very good storyteller. But Kira's great. The people there are so much freer in their way of thinking. There are the great bazaars, the palaces of the merchant lords, and the fortress of the mages' circles. But you just have to see it for yourself someday.
I've not been to Kira though, haven't I? Have I? I'm from Nerim, but I'm half Kiranian. Is that correct? I think. What was it like on Kile?
Oof. Different. As beautiful as the Isles are, there's always this feeling of rush and competition. Have you ever heard of the game penny? On Kile, it's not a crime if a merchant tries to cheat a customer. It's the customer's fault if he doesn't see the fraud. But if he does, the merchant owes him a token penny. Bizarre, isn't it? But over there, it's common practice.
You've been to Mira Aranth. Isn't that land deserted?
Yeah, it is. I was there with a group of mercenaries. We were hired to get something from a tower in the old capital. Not a nice spot of earth, truly. There's this fog everywhere, and with every step you take, you have to be careful the swamps don't get the better of you. But of course, that's also what makes it exciting.
What made you come back to Enderal?
That's a good question. I suppose in the end, it was just a hunch I had. Plus, all these civil wars in other countries didn't exactly invite one to stay.
And what's it like living as a travelling mercenary? I figure it must be quite hard.
Well, I guess that depends on where you're standing. Of course, times can be tough, especially if you come to a new city or even country where you know nobody. But if you're good at what you do, which I am, there's always work, everywhere. And yeah, I don't eat God's tongue for breakfast, but it was always enough for a roof over my head when I wanted, and some other earthly pleasures. That's what life's all about, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Keep your chin up.
Anything else to... I didn't mean to get out of my chair then. Anything else to say? What are your thoughts on current events?
What? You mean the living dead, the Watirs everywhere, the frenzied
I think I've asked
civilians?
this
I'd say this country's
last
seen
time I
better
spoke, I
times.
mean.
But at least something happens. It makes this place less boring.
Well, I'll talk
your
to you
chin up.
later, Jesper. I didn't find...
Yes, you should go into the Whisperwood and see what you can find.
Yeah, I'll go there eventually.
I'll wait for you in the Undercity, in my laboratory.
Well, I didn't find D-Jam here, but there is the tavern in the Noble Quarter, I believe.
Yes?
So I'm just going to have a little hunt there. And then I think we'll go back to my place to go to bed.
Dark as the sun, light as
Where is this place, I
Marvelous
wonder?
blessings, monsieur. Are
Yeah,
you looking
not
for
there.
some reeds and raindrops, red and small. Lo, from the velvets.
So many strange faces.
Is it this place? Yes, the Fat Lauren.
Yes? Have you been to the island?
Not been there yet. Why? You on a chair?
Walk blessed.
Yes?
Oh, you're just dancing.
My sir?
My sir.
Fine vintage.
Well, she's not here, so I might just have been imagining that we can meet somewhere. Oh, here she is. I tell a lie.
No, look at that. You came. Didn't think you would. So, what's your take on this contemporary sample of Chilean dancing?
Next mission. Before accepting the next mission. Okay, in the Fat Lauren. You're asking the wrong person. I know as much about dancing as Illusion of Alchemy. It's interesting. It's beautiful. Yeah, I don't know much about dancing.
Well, that doesn't mean you can't have an opinion, does it? Anyway, how about a sip of wine? Rounds are on me.
Go on then. I don't actually like wine in real life, but we'll go for it here.
Come,
I'll have a
take
seat. I already have.
Before we move on to more pleasant topics, there is one thing I need to get off my chest first. I heard of the, paper chase you had to go through to find me.
You're talking about the sailor, right? He wanted a bribe from me.
I know. He's pulled that stunt on others before. He speaks perfect Nail, by the way. That whole "I only stupid Chilean" thing is part of the act. In that sense, thanks for teaching him a lesson. It was overdue. But anyway, tell me, what brought you here? Just where exactly from Nerim are you from? I'm curious.
That's a long story. You sure you want to hear it?
That's why I asked. Yeah, I know what you mean. You know, this is precisely why I find it so interesting that so many people accuse us Chileans of being greedy or dishonorable. I mean, just take a look around. Are the other nations of the
Not
civilized world
particularly, no, I
really so much
suppose.
better?
I suppose not.
We've got Nerim, which was recently split into 3 and devastated by 3 madmen. I don't need to tell you about that. Then there's Kira, with its fabled free thinking in universities. But every 2 weeks, there's a new attempt at revolution with at least 3 dozen corpses.
I mean, yeah, that too.
And don't get me started on our twin to Arizale or this place. What I'm trying to say is, yes, there's poverty on the Blue Islands. On Chile, and yes, there are problems. But we are free. Neither Moralen nor the Elder Council tell us what to do, and no matter how dire the circumstances you're born into, life is what you make of it. So it's basically the opposite of
Yes,
this
you can't be
excuse for a
pathless in
country.
this place. So in other words, in Chile, anybody who tries hard enough can make their own fortune.
Anybody can become rich, famous, or, if they want to, live an eremite's life on the beach. As long as they can go through with it. then sure,
Your
there
cup's
are
going straight
exceptions.
through the table.
But in my experience, those who never made it brought it on themselves.
You're aware of the fact that I spent a big part of my life on the streets, right? No need to convince me, I couldn't agree more. I've heard people say these kinds of things before, usually those who never knew hardship. I mean, I'll go with the middle one.
I know.
Oh,
That's
she
why
likes
you're
that.
different from the rest of the people here. You know, I know what it means to have to fight for something. Unlike that snot DeLorean, I wasn't born with a bag of gold stuffed up my ass. But instead of wallowing in self-pity or listening to the priests talk about how everything gets better once you're dead, I took responsibility for my own fate.
So I take it you weren't exactly born into a noble family?
If a dust-sniffing loser as a father and a clump-footed, half-witted brother qualify as not exactly noble, then yes.
What about your mother? Your brother is a half-wit? What, so your father was an addict? Your father was an addict?
An addict and a failure. Do you know the kind of person who does nothing all day long but whine about how unfair the world is? Take
Yes,
that,
I'm guessing
throw
that's your
in 2
dad.
stacks of droge, and there you have it. Geran O'Neillis, my esteemed creator and one of the reasons I spent most of my childhood eating dust and insects for breakfast.
Not the best dad then. What about your mother? Did you have a mother, or where is she?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay, fair enough. And your brother?
Was.
Just getting the whole life story
Merciful
here.
as the gods were, they blessed him with
Oh,
a
he's
deadly
dead.
fever
Okay.
at the age of 10. Probably better that way.
So it's just you and your dad then. Sounds tough.
It was.
And you made it to an emissary for the Blue Island Coalition. You've certainly come a long way.
I have. And I'm only getting started. You should see them. All these losers who I grew up with. Yes, they were dealt a tough hand, but instead of grabbing fate at its throat, they just went through their lives with their heads bowed and nodding at everyone. I'll never understand how people can be that way. Anyway, let's not go further into this.
Fair enough,
Let's maybe
as
make
you
a cut
wish.
here, shall we? It's late and I should see how my crew is doing. It was a pleasure, Protector. Until next time.
Goodbye. Well, that's completed. Thank you for the talk. Okay, yes, so I need to receive my money from Mandela's penny pouches.
In the shackles of lust, presented by the poets.
On rocks.
You're still doing this in the middle of the night, okay.
Yes?
Looking for a sign, actually.
Walk blessed.
Although saying that, I might have to just sleep in the tavern. Oh, here's one. Okay. We'll go back to the market then. House should be somewhere here. Castle Rock. Here, yes? Yeah. Okay, what's my inventory? Actually, it's looking... Okay, I think I sorted it out last episode, so we'll just have a sleep. I'll have a good 11 hours. Like I say, I wish I got that in real life. Right, finished here, then we can speak to Mendelis. And it is in the market district, that, isn't it? So I think we're in the right place. Hello. The Guildmaster told me to get my pay from you.
Oh, of course. Your pay for having a chit-chat with that woman. Here, I think that
You
is
really
more
don't like me,
than
do you?
enough.
Thanks, what's next?
Well, are you the eager one? Does all that money whet your appetite? But no, not at the moment. Oh, hang on. You know a thing or two about beating up people, don't you?
I do?
Well, there might be something.
What do you mean by that?
Landlord Boric recently complained about rats in his granary, and we agreed to send him a ratter. That would be a job for
Boric
you,
in...
wouldn't it?
Is he at the farm, or is he in Riverville, or is he just here? You want me to hunt rats? Are you serious? As long as you pay me a protector's wage, sure, why not? Where can I find this granary? Yeah, why not? I'll do it.
From Boric's farm. You just have to...
Guildmaster DeLorean sent me.
Oh,
It's about
okay.
this new protector. Do you know where he is?
I suppose you're talking to me?
Oh, of course, sorry. It's just... I didn't know you
I mean, it's hard to miss me in my keeper gear.
DeLorean wishes to see you, my sir. At once, he said. It seemed to be something important.
Why? What's this about? The caravan?
Forgive me, my sir, but I don't know. Master DeLorean asked explicitly for the new protector.
Uh-huh. Then it seems someone else has to take care of the rats. Off you go. The Guildmaster doesn't like to be kept waiting.
Trails in the sand. I think I might keep him waiting, you know? See you, Mal DeLorean. As I went to ask Mandela's penny pouches for work, a young messenger interrupted our conversation. Mal DeLorean wants to meet me right now. It sounded very serious. Should I meet him now, or... Okay, well, I'll go meet him now, but said quest, if it sends me somewhere, then I'll probably do that later.
50, 75, 100...
Yeah, because if it is something quite serious, I kind of want to do it now, but... I don't want to... I want to do some more of some other quest lines and some adventuring as well, not just do all this at once. But we'll go speak to him again. Where is he? Oh. I presumed he was in here, but clearly is not. Oh, he is in here. Oh, he's in the basement. This is ominous.
I said, without samples, I just can't say, my sir. I am sorry.
I understand. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome. I'm sorry I don't have better news.
Hello, what do you want to see me about?
Thank you for coming so quickly.
Sure, what's this about?
Look for yourself.
Well, that seems not good. Rodas.
Rodus Trevian. I still remember when he was first hired in the trading post. Similar to the way you were.
And?
Do you remember him?
Should I? I'm afraid not. Sorry, no I don't.
He led the caravan that was ambushed by those assassins.
Oh, okay.
Rodus was an urchin child from the Undercity. But unlike the others, he chose to fight his way out of his misery. Eventually, he made it into the sickle. He was a disciplined, honest young man. Yet despite all his ambition, he never sought to surpass his path.
You seem to know a lot about him. How's that? Sounds like he was important to you. Is it his son or something? Yeah, you seem to know a lot about him.
As I said, his career was hard not to notice. He never let the sickle down, not once. He was a good person, always striving, yet with deep respect for tradition. There aren't many young people like that these days. I still remember when I granted him the Sickles badge, 4 winters ago. He was so proud. I know it was you that brought it back to the trading post. I think it would have meant a lot to him, knowing that it isn't rotting somewhere in the desert sands.
I'm sorry for your loss, but why did you call me?
Suffice it to say, there has been a disquieting development. Yes?
Is he
We
saying
found
yes?
traces of
I
poison
thought he was speaking to him then.
corpses. Traces of Chilean poison.
Oh, is he going to frame Dijam, probably? Chilean poison, but those assassins, those petrified, were the ones who ambushed the caravan. I saw it.
The petrified are sellswords, pathless and despicable people. But in the end, they are weapons, tools. So the question we have to ask ourselves is, who sent them?
So you think the Blue Islands Coalition has something to do with the ambush? That woman, Onellis, that's Dijam, right? Yeah?
You say that so lightly. I think it's about time you learn the whole truth about this cooperation between us and the Chileans. The reason the Blue Island Coalition is here is a bargain. Have you ever heard of the Green Scarabaeus, the idol of Morala?
I think so. It's a relic, isn't it? A talisman, apparently crafted by the Lightborn Morala herself.
The goddess of Kile, yes. The Scarabaeus is made of a very rare gem that makes it one of the most valuable jewels in the civilized world. Well, as you might have figured, it was originally a Chilean who possessed it. Ralius Davul, to be precise, the founder of the Blue Island Coalition himself, and at that time, one of the richest men on Vin.
But now the Chileans are here, so does that mean the Golden Sickle owns this idol now?
Yes. I will spare you the details of how that came
Details.
But be assured that it was the result of hard and path-abiding work, something that is foreign to those dark-skinned cutthroats. However, the Blue Island Coalition contacted us about 6 moons ago, shortly after the Chilean Civil War was over. They want to buy the idol from us.
Okay, interesting. What kind of sum are we talking about here?
A big one.
Fair enough.
That.
And you agreed? This is what Onellis is here for?
It is. To be honest, if circumstances were different, I would have never agreed. The fact that the Chileans, in all their greed, were forced to sell the symbol of their own goddess is almost an allegory for the way of living. But I suppose you also know that our country, Enderal,
yes, it has, definitely.
Times. And of course, all those unfortunate developments in the past years have affected the sickle too. And before you ask, it is not as if we have to fear for our existence. But there are certain expenses we simply have to cover. In other words, we need the money.
Certain expenses?
Yes. Have you ever been to the Undercity?
Yes, I have.
The house of the apothecari. The pest house, as it is lovingly called. The sickle maintains it.
Okay, that's what I got the
economical situation. We might be forced
stuff
to
for
shut
to
it
heal,
down
didn't I?
soon.
You support the apothecary in the Undercity, but what do you gain from that? Yeah, what do you gain from that?
We do our duty. That the sickle respects the righteous path is not just some dull phrase. And from this day, this land shall be your new home, and the threads of which Enderal's future shall be woven rest in your hands. Book 12, verse 93. Being of righteous path also means taking responsibility for society as a whole.
But why help in the Undercity? Because of Rhodus?
Rhodus certainly helped me see the Undercity with different eyes, yes. But that's not all.
In other words, the reason you've made this deal with the Chileans is so you don't have to shut down the pest house.
Yes.
Doesn't sound like something a merchant would do. Hats off, that is generous. No, it doesn't sound like something a merchant would do.
Unfortunately, it isn't, no.
And am I right to assume that this caravan carried the Scarabaeus?
You are. It was foolish. But we thought a regular caravan would be less likely to draw attention. It was a mistake. I'm responsible for many good men and women that are now dead, including Rhodus. But be that as it may, we owe it to them to find the one who did this. And if the Blue Island Coalition really is behind it, then...
Yeah, not great. If the Chileans really are behind this, do you really think they would simply steal the idol and use Chilean poison? That would be way too obvious. Yeah, it does seem like a setup.
You're right, but we have to be sure.
So what are you planning on doing? The apothecarius said something about samples.
Correct. We have to reconstruct the poison, and that's why I need you. It's called Dural Van, and it's made of 3 substances: Netherland thistles, dust maggot stingers, and dawnflower extract.
Hey, where do I get these from then?
According to the apothecarius, the thistles can be found in Golden Forest, and the stingers anywhere.
Okay, yeah,
in the
so this is
Powder
something
Desert.
I'll have to do in the future, definitely.
Dawnflowers don't grow in Enderal, so you might have to try your luck with one of the traveling merchants in Duneville. Here, this should cover your expenses. And you have my word. If you help the sickle in this matter, your reward will be generous.
I want to find out who's behind this as much as you do. This is not about money. Now it is about money, you're right.
Leave as soon as you can. Here's a list of the ingredients. Ah, this should be self-evident, but still. Not a single word to the Chileans, understood?
Understood, but it might not be them.
Any evidence to
I'm
back it
tempted
up
to go back to
proves
Dijam and just tell her about it, but might
Good
not be
luck,
able to.
Protector.
Okay, search for all these. So yeah, this will take some time, I think. But about this Rhodus.
What about him?
What exactly was your relationship with him?
My relationship? What do you mean?
Was he an ex, a family member? Well, you don't have a wife, do you? It could be his lover. I got the impression that his death really got to you. Was he some kind of substitute son for you? So a lover or a child? Well, since I said son first, I will go with that one, or it could be his partner. Who knows? But I'll go with son.
Substitute son? By the righteous path, you say what is on your mind.
I definitely do.
But truth be told, it's a welcome change from all those bootlickers who I usually deal with. Rhodus, he, You know, if I take a look at this world as it is these days, I see so many things going wrong. Hardly anyone still respects the righteous path, save for the usual verbiage. And for some reason, they all believe they deserve a good life without having to work for it. When I grew up, it was different. Yes, I was born a sublime, but I grew up knowing that our entire life is a trial. Walking the righteous path, it is a struggle, and it requires effort and discipline. Rhodus saw that. He kept on going despite his fate. In a way, he was the living proof that virtue and true path abidingness are not tied to condition, so to speak. But that doesn't mean I treated him any differently, and he would not have expected me to either.
So he cared for him in whatever capacity. Lover or son. Well, at least you appreciate that. You made a sexist comment earlier, but apart from that, I quite like this guy, to be honest. I mean, he seems like a complete... bit evil. Well, not evil, but get the job done kind of guy, but... he's interesting, at least. Anyway. I think I will definitely do these later. So dark in there, I'm forgetting it's daytime. Oh, I didn't even realise this map was on a table, you know, technically. That's cool. Okay, yes, it's right over there. I mean, I've been quite close to the Powder Desert, but yeah, not close enough. And the final piece is up here. So I will give that a rest for now. Mal de Lauren wants me to gather 3 ingredients to brew a poison, which was most likely used in the attack on the caravan. This seems to be the only way to figure out whether the Chileans had something to do with it. Okay. Oh yeah, this is that those parts for that inventor. Also over there. Object during my travels. It seems to be this fragment of a stone trophy. Kinda can't do those. Need to find the souls. I could go back to the area I've missed, but I'm not going to do that right now. I do need to do more of the main quest, but I will leave that. I could talk to Rasha. Oh, I still need to kill Pack. Could do that too. I'll keep that sort of toggled because I might do that next. These are all 4 stars, so I'd rather not. Oh yeah, core. I need to go to core. Can I remove custom destination? Yeah, so the Isle of Core's down there, so I need to get the mirror to that. Close by. That's quite a good one. In the Dancing Nomad, a tavern in Ark, I met Azraelian Apothecarius. Yeah, that's the one that was talking to me earlier. He told me about his famous grandfather, distinguished Apothecarius, who researched the sort of Panchaea in the Whispered Woods by the order of a nobleman in Ark. Before said woods was polluted, Bal fears that the plague was, unlike most people currently view it, not a natural disaster, but instead a failed experiment by the apothecary who his grandfather belonged to. He wants me to search the old fortress for hints which could bring the truth to light. Also need to visit that person there. We'll do the egg hunting at some point. Oh, I know where that is, but I didn't want to do it yet because it's quite hard. I might go for the wanted in Ark. And I could travel all the way up and then discover this tower in Fogville and go from there, maybe? Yeah, because I can get Border of the Heartland. I could get a mirrored too.
Yes? Monsieur? Walk blessed.
I need a flight.
Sure. Where to?
Border of the Heartland, please. Cool, yes, so we're back here. I've quick saved. So I'll head along the path of the Whisperwood again. Seems to be a mine we haven't discovered. And then we will kill Pack. Oh, music changed. Also another thing I haven't discovered here, and like a camping area too. Might get that first then, is that? Actually, that's on a different path, isn't it? I might do these first, stay on the same pathway. I don't have anything equipped. Just realised because I was in that bathhouse, wasn't I? So, oh, this is an arcane fever area. See something down here to. I also hear a mud crab or a chowrus or something. The hell is this? It's a beetle of some kind. I also heard someone crying that kind of creeped me out. let's try this first. We're probably going to get attacked. I will take all. Oh, yes, I see an enemy. Jesus. Okay, enemy, where are you? Here you are. I'm almost dead. I wasn't watching my health. Well, at least that's done. I made a load of ambrosia, didn't I, as well, so I can take some ambrosia, eat some food. I'll eat a cheese wheel, and I will take 1 ambrosia potion. 2, actually. Then it weakens to 20%. What was I doing? I was looting. Or mining, really. I'll definitely take the malachite. A little save. I did already do that, what do you call it? Cabin. Okay, so it's this place here. Marauders. Oh, not enough mana. Restores 50 mana, I'll do that. Vagrant's fine. Marauder. Another marauder. Missed. Probably gonna hit now. Oh, missed also. You're pretty crap at archery. There we go. Area complete. Where did these? You died here, didn't you? Not really much to get, to be honest. Where's your friends? Can't remember where I killed the other bodies. Or the other people, I should say. Yeah, I can't remember where I killed them. Oh well. I swear it was around here. Ah, one of you's there. I think I killed one more, but I can't find the body, so I guess I'll just leave it. Anything here? A little shrine of sorts. Okay, so that's the way in. Fireball, do I have? Oh yeah, I have my staff as well. I keep forgetting I have that. Yes, I already have that. Grimlight Gallery. I spot someone here. Actually, I've got pretty rubbish arrows equipped, so... let's go with steel. By the prophet's ass. I hate it when you do the roll thing.
Wrong enemy, my friend.
I think you did. Oh, I've activated someone else. Where's the other person? Oh, there's multiple people. In that case, friend, please help me. Don't know where the other people are. I guess they'll come up for me or I'll go down for them. Oh, here they are. Ah, I've not got my shield equipped. I just hit my mud elemental, but that's fine. Yeah, I can't see the other person for now. I guess I'll just loot, even though the music's still playing. Oh, I'll take the heavy armor book, adept.
Where did he go?
Don't know, where am I? Well, that's somewhere to drop into. That's interesting. Should we drop down and our mud elemental's gone now? Let's save a drop. Thought I'd die, but I thought there might be water at the bottom. It could be a trap. Well, it is a trap, but just making sure. I thought perhaps there might be water at the bottom, but no, I guess not. Ah, this is where that one fell down. Well, at least I tried that. Pack a person, do you think, or an animal? It's quite an interesting name. Ooh, set of the Nemesis. Wait a second. Wrong thing.
Huh? Where did he go?
Yeah, it sounds like an animal, this pack. Oh, yep. It's a troll. Are you stuck? Can I shoot you? Seem to be stuck on the steps. If that's the case, I'm just gonna keep shooting you. Yeah, both my mud elemental and pack are stuck. Sounds like a good end to things. That was a bit of a cheat, but we made it work. I think this place is probably clear now, so I'll whack my torch out to search again. It doesn't seem like there's much else. There's that way to go, obviously. Quite a big area. Before I forget, let me just see what that armor is. Oh, it's light armor, drat. Well, we tried. Oh, spiders. Oh, tunnel spider. I've never met a tunnel spider. And I've met spiders. You in hiding? No, you're not. Missed. Okay, I've not got any health, so I'm gonna take advantage of this and move up the stairs. Oh, I shot my mud elemental. Sorry, man. Cool. Nice shot. What was I gonna do? Eat a cabbage and an apple. Guess they'd mined all the ore there. That cabbage and apple didn't really do much, so I guess I'll have an orange and some potato as well. I'm guessing this is where I could fall down then. Ah, okay. Well, I've interacted with it before I stepped on it accidentally. So, yeah. I'm gonna have to go back up. I don't think there's a way to call it back down. I don't think there's a call button. No, not that I can see. That's fine, we'll head out. Right, and there's also this way across, if I can cross the bridge, because I see it's a bit damaged. Oh yeah, safe enough. If I jump. Some nice loot. And a claw to eat. I think that's it here. I explored the whole... I think I've gone that way. I might just go back to the entrance and go down that lift again to see if there's anything left to explore. Oh, I missed the moonstone. Need moonstone. I'm glad I came back for that. Spot some more ore actually around there. I miss this whole area. Take more moonstone. now I think I finished with that. Yeah, I did that chest. Way up? Where's the way up? Or is it down and I have to go back up? I'm a bit lost. Not that way. This is the spider way, and this takes you to the lift, doesn't it? I definitely came down another way. Ah, this is where I came down. Yeah, I think I've finished now. Did I do this? Yes, I must have. Missed the hanging moss though. Missed this little bit. Well, I looked at it, but I didn't loot the table. Yeah, I think that's it. We'll just check here. That just takes you downwards on the lift. Okay. Well, on that note, we will head out then. Good little bounty. Yes, and then that would take us back to receive the bounty, so we just need to go back to Ark for that. Some more areas here we need to still discover, I believe. There was this thing over here, whatever this is, and then there was the camp in the other direction. I am on the same path still. Didn't mean to get my staff out. What toggle's that on? Because I've just pressed a random number accidentally. 6. Good to know. Do another save. Quite a lot up here, actually. More mines as well down there. Yeah, we're still on the road to... Is it Fogville? Yeah, we're still on the road to Fogville. Just thought we might head this way. Be a good place to go. Oh, I spot Gollum. Not Gollum. Falmer. Or Arps in this game. Oh. Gonna get my fireball out. That was a good spell. Although they are quite weak. Saying that, they did defeat my mud elemental. One more, I think, over here with a bow. And dead. I'll eat the cheese I just picked up. Not much loot on them, just a rune sword. Yeah, don't really need that. So which way is this way? So this is the way I do need to go. Nothing else back there in particular, apart from that camp. But that camp seems to be sort of up this way, so when I go into the Dark Valley, I'll go there. Just an abandoned farm. Any rat hiding? Nothing hiding here. Additional pennies through lockpicking. Always like that. Already got that, I believe, that landscape. I think that place is looted. Anything sort of in this area before I always think they're ice claws, these little mushroom things. They look like them. Soundtrack is so interesting. This voice as well. Spot a skull here. Not worth it in terms of weight. Weight to value ratio. So I am on the path. I'm just going to see what I get closest to next. Although saying that, I might have to veer off a little bit. Do spell Falmer. Sorry, an Arg. Up there. There's also this thing here. Again, I'm going to do another save. Sort of going off road a bit here. Sort of going the wrong way there. Kind of want to not jump off the cliff randomly and discover it that way. I probably get to it if I go on the path or continue on the path. Here you are. Might be just quicker to get my sword out now in close combat. Let me guess, you either have a bow or a rune sword on you. Oak bow. With the arrows though, so that's alright. Do I have that arrival? No, I don't. That's one of the versions missing. Yeah, when I get all... I don't know how many are in the editions, but 9 or 10, I'll read them all, but I kind of want to do it all together. I think that's all looted. Okay, yeah, so there's this way, and then there's the tower. Sort of the watchtower. You see, that seems to be further down. I'd rather not jump and just go there. There's this up here that I would like to go to. And I'm also in a different area. Well, that didn't damage me, but... Oh, it's a Vatir. Oh, multiple Vatir. Okay. Vatir leader. Oh, Jesus, 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 Jesus. Get me out of here, get me out of here. I thought there was just one. There turned out to be many, many more than one. Old temple discovered. They're alright when you're fighting them one on one. Jesus, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna die. Die. Summon, not enough mana. Like some more mana, please. keep missing. Get me out. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I'm completely stuck. I'm completely stuck. There we go. That was the death sound, but I'm not dead yet. Just a casual close combat staff. Gonna have to take a arcane fever thing after, which is fine. It's the leader that's... I could probably get my sword out and do this now, but I've got some distance between them. Leader's dead. Oh, phew, done that. Jesus, that was... I cheated there. But any way to kill them, by any means necessary. I'll take some more ambrosia. I have plenty though, and I can always make them when I go back to Ark. Yeah, very much surrounded by Vatir, this area. Powder barrel. To be honest, it's good to sell, weight-wise. Weight to value. Haven't seen that. Oh, poor cow. Take your beef, though. Have I got the Whisper Tongue? I think I've got that book. Yes, I do. Is this one of those wells I need, or is it just a... Just seems to be a random well. No, it doesn't seem like I can jump in it or do anything with it. Don't think I can get in the temple. No, it's all boarded up. Okay, well that's fine. Can discover that soon as well, and then investigate the rest of the areas. Okay, yeah, I can see it in the distance. Actually, I was gonna say we'll do that next time, but I will just discover the watchtower. I might as well, and then come back to here and have a look in that area and all the places I've just sprinted past. Cool, Fogville Tower.
Walk blessed, friend. Where are you headed?
Nowhere in particular right now. I'll just see if there's anything to loot at the top of the tower. Nothing there apart from some wine, which I don't really need. Cool, I think we've done that bit then. Yeah, we've explored so much of the map. Definitely need to go around that side at some point, but done what we can here. On that note, I'm going to end the episode here, so be sure to like, comment and subscribe, guys, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!